Okay, so on to Chapter 13, recognize an employee's contributions with pay. So there could be different things that make this up. It could be incentive pay, which is forms of pay designed to energize, direct, or control employees' behavior. It's often linked to their performance as an individual, group member, or organization member, and it may be in the form of a commission or a bonus. So people want to know their hard work and results are going to be rewarded appropriately, and ultimately we don't want to pay our lower performers the same as we pay our higher performers. And that's a legitimate reason for incentive pay. So incentive pay plan requirements, performance measurements have to be linked to the company goals. Employees believe that they can meet the standards. If it's an unattainable standard, their employees will just get frustrated and aggravated. Employees gain resources needed to meet the goals. Employees value the rewards given. Maybe it's a day off. You have to ask your employees, is that something you'd be interested in? Employees believe the reward system is fair. If the favorite employee is getting the reward all the time, it's not fair. Pay plans consider whether employees may ignore any goals that are not rewarded. So some pay for individual performance. We talked about piecework before. A straight piecework plan is employees pays the same amount rate per piece no matter how much the worker works. Or there's differential piece rates where the piece rate is higher than the greater amount when produced. Standard hour plan pays workers for extra work done in less than standard time, like overtime. Encourages the employees to work as fast as possible, often neglect quality or customer service. Merit pay is pay increases linked to ratings on performance appraisals. Uses a merit grid for performance rating and CAMPA ratio. And there's just showing rating and raises under rewarding the best. Performance bonuses are not rolled into base pay, so I might get a bonus this year and not get it next year, so it could affect my take home for the year. Employees must re-earn the bonus during each period, maybe a one-time reward, maybe linked to an objective to performance measures. The company I was at before, I got a bonus, and I only got it 1 year, and it was because I had recouped some money they had deemed unrecuperable, but I got lucky. So, performance bonuses for production workers can be tied to various measures, including the quantity of products shipped in a specific time period. Sales commissions, incentive pay calculated as a percentage of sales. Some people earn commissions in addition to the base salary. Some work on straight commission with no salary. Some earn no commission at all. John works twisting pretzels in a pretzel factory. Pablo works IT system integration in a credit card company. The best pay plans for these individuals would be what? For merit pay and individual bonus, sales commission and merit pay, piecework and merit pay, individual bonus, and sales commission. What do you think? Well, the answer is C. Piece rate pay plans typically are suited for routine, standardized jobs with output that's easy to measure, hence our pretzels, such as the numbers merit pay rewards employees based on performance appraisals. So we can have gain sharing as well, which measures improvement in productivity and effectiveness and distributes a portion of each gain to employees. So if we made a lot of money last year, we're going to share with our employees, which might help motivate them for next year. It addresses the challenge of identifying appropriate performance measures in complex jobs. The employees determine how to improve their own and their group's performance. So some conditions that are necessary for effective gain sharing. Management has to be committed to it. There has to be a need for change or commitment to continuous improvement. Management acceptance and encouragement of worker input. Higher levels of cooperation and interaction. Employment security. Information sharing on productivity and costs. Goal setting. Commitment to all parties the process of improvement. Performance standards and the calculations that are fair, relevant, and understandable, and employees who value working in groups. Group bonuses used for smaller work groups, maybe your accounting team. Reward members of a group for attaining a specific goal. It's usually measured in terms of physical output. Team awards are similar to group bonuses. They're likely to have a broad range of performance measures, such as cost savings, completion of the project, and meeting deadlines. Profit sharing is payments that are a percentage of the organization's profits and not part of the employee's base salary. May encourage employees to think like owners. How can we make something better? Oops, I scooted ahead there. That's not it. There we go. Evidence is not clear whether profit sharing is more effective than improving performance. Stock options are the right to buy a certain number of shares of stock at a specified price, usually cheaper than the going price. Say my stock is trading for $30 a share. A really high level individual might be offered 100 extra shares at $10 a share. They have the right whether to buy the stock or not buy the stock, because it could be the other way around. When we made the agreement, we may have been doing really well, and our stock was at $40 an hour. We made the stock option at $30, but now the stock's worth $10, so they wouldn't do that. Another thing is an ESOP, Employee Stock Ownership Plan. It's an organization and distributes shares of stock to all its employees by placing them in a trust, and it is the most common form of ownership. Okay, it just shows you that ESOPs are down a little bit, but they're considerably up since 1975. Josh is the director of marketing at a global company. Identify the best type of incentive pay for him. Individual performance, getting half of his team members to hit their individual targets. Group performance, for getting his whole team to cooperate and hit the marketing department's targets. And organizational performance, for the increasing company's profits 20% through marketing efforts. It could be any one of these. You can make an argument for any one of them, really. Okay, so balanced scorecard. What is it? It's a combination of performance measures. It's directed toward the company's long-term and short-term goals. It's used for a basis of awarding incentive pay. There are 4 categories: the financial, customer, internal, and learning and growth. Process that makes incentives work. Participation in incentives. Employees' participation can be part of the general move to employment empowerment. Employees have hands-on knowledge of behaviors that are effective. Then you need to have communication that demonstrates that the pay is fair, that employees understand the plan, they know what they have to do to achieve the goal, and it's important when changing the pay plan as well. Okay, there can be short-term or long-term incentives. Bonuses would be short-term. Actual pay bonuses can be delayed to gain tax advantage if necessary. Long-term would be the stock options, stock purchase plans. The rationale is that executives would want what is best for their organization, that they would want the stock to grow in price. Okay, incentive pay for executives. The balanced scorecard approach is useful. Securities and Exchange Commission watches this to make sure there's no funny business going on. The Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act covers that. But there's some ethical issues involved in incentive pay for executives. It occurs when the company leaks pay to job stock performance. Executives may be tempted to lie about performance in order to get more money, and insider trading gives an unethical edge. There was just 5 senators, I believe it was, who were briefed on the coronavirus and then sold their stock, and there was a big question about whether that was legally ethical or not. What do you think? Wells Fargo. When Wells Fargo's managers and employees opened fictional accounts for existing customers to meet aggressive sales goals, the company board took the unusual step of not awarding bonuses for executives. Do you think they should have got them?